Welcome back, everybody. We've got 21W 37A Snapshot being released today. So, finally getting regular snapshots now. And, yeah, get on with it. So, start off with, I'm going to go over change to villagers. So, if I got a villager, and get a Vinca as well. If I place him, get a baby, place Vinca. Obviously, it will kill the villager. But the baby over here, which obviously still ran, they will not kill the babies, which is really nice. There's some good in you, isn't there? Some good in you. Although you're still scaring the baby, so maybe not. Don't actually that other guy went. They're fine. They're just playing. Next change is obviously, well, generation height. It's been reverted, not reverted. It's now 6.4 increase in both directions. And yeah, got large K biome. I should really have gotten the potion on first. Gonna go for the whole fly. Check out the new generation. A lot of this is mostly just exploring this snapshot. So obviously order distribution has changed. So heights are better. And the general, like you look at all the holes, how they spawn, they generally have their own Y level, which they'll be best to mine at from. So you have to make a choice. Okay, over here, we've got a dripstone biome, by the looks of it. Just come in here. Sorry about the frame rate, just gonna be built for this. It was a budget build if anyone's curious. But it's done me well for a while. I've had it for years now, so it's done well. Yeah, here's a little dripstone biome. Anyone's curious? There's a few of them around here. There's also a lush cave biome. Hopefully I can find one. While my computer sort of struggles to load everything. Yeah, lapis lazuli, diamonds. So lapis lazuli at certain heights between, I think it was 32 and negative 32, will not generate visually. So you won't find it like next to blocks. So you'll probably notice as I'm flying back at this height. Let's get up. I'm at negative 19. And diamond is maybe less commonly in air, though, so you can still see. There's at certain heights. I don't remember. I don't learn the heights yet, so don't expect me to know instantly. I think. Oh, there we go. There's. Oh wow, that's a beautiful place. Let's go up. And as you can see here, lush cave biome. All the clay you could ever want. You need clay. It's probably gonna be the best place to start getting it. So we got the ice bushes, got the flowers. I forget the name of now. It's been a while. Got the glowberries, vines on the ceiling, and actually while we're here, vines. I grab shears, or these certain vines. The glowberry ones. It's not the glowberry ones. Yep, oh, it is. If you shear the ends, they will not glow. So as you saw there, I'll go to a new one. I don't know, actually, let's get one without berries. Go to a new one. Right click. Also, I use shears. That will not grow any further down, while others will see still. Same for kelp. Let's just. No, not just that. So I get kelp. Plant some of that. I shear it. That will not grow. So you want like a little bit of kelp, but you don't want it just growing like that constantly. You can now just like cut it down and then make it stop growing. I think. Same for twisting vine. Do the same here. Space 2. Do that one. I'm actually curious, does bone meal still affect them? That's actually a good question. So that's normal. Oh, bone meal actually does change it, but then I can just go share it. Oh, it doesn't actually let me share it. Okay, so you can still bone meal it, but the fact you can't share it again, kind of this one, I'm assuming that means it doesn't grow anyway. So it remembers it's been shared. Okay, and I think it's the same for the crimson variant as well, which isn't called crimson. It's a whipping vine. Yep, do the same there. Yeah, it's a lush cave biome. It's mostly technical stuff. Also, there's new biomes, no, or some new ones. There's essentially revamped versions. So, don't know if I'm going to be able to find them with this performance. But always try. So first things you might notice, biomes are a bit more dependent on height. They're more likely to generate at certain heights, isn't it? Thing. Alright, let's hear CPU cooler going up to max. Ooh, is that a small? Oh, this might be one new. No, I think it's just leftover birch tuned it. Let's see. Minecraft Meadow. Oh, I was actually correct. Yeah, it's the new Meadow biome. So by looks at it, this one only occupies 2 chunks. Oh, there's a flower. My forest side biome over there. It all goes downwards from here. I need to go upwards. I need some height. Oh, am I getting high over here? Oh, am I getting high over here? No. Oh, well, this is a good example of terrain generation on the surface anyway. I know. Occupiers and that. Yeah, you can see my computer doesn't like this. I think I'm just going to leave it there and go into patch notes. That's okay. Be easier to explain. So yeah. Okay, start off with. Obviously, you got added noise caves, occupiers, added drips on caves, underground biomes. And you also got lush cave version. No, not version, but another underground biome, lush caves. Lofty peaks, grove biome, snow-capped peak biome, metals biome, which I actually did find. Snowy slopes biome, stony peaks biome, which is essentially a stone peak version of that one, if I recall correctly. Okay, blocks. Enchanting Table, now emits more light. I'll show it in a sec. After I've done the patch notes. Forgot about that one. Unit shears, obviously, that prevents the growth. So, if you do building and that, you can just stop growth. Be nice to see bamboo added to that. It would. That way you can keep bamboo at a certain height. And the same with just regular vines. Dripstone caves biome. Plenty of pointed dripstone and dripstone blocks on the floor and ceiling, and small pools of water. In some places you'll find larger stalactites and stalactites and columns built from dripstone blocks. Contain extra copper ore. The grove, which is a biome. Snowy terrain with a big spruce tree and powder snow traps. So you need to be careful. And wear your leather boots so you don't sink. Tends to generate on a high altitude, which is why I wouldn't be able to find any. Terrain beneath mountain peaks or on hilltops. If anyone is curious, I wasn't able to find any because my world wasn't. The seed I had wasn't good for. I was quite low down. Spawn wolves, rabbits, and foxes. And the sign change is large ore veins. Also, there's still regular ore veins, but there's also a larger version for iron and copper. Ore veins are large, where snake-like underground ore formations. Copper and iron have a. So copper spawns between Y0 and Y50, and mixed with granite. So if you need granite, it might be a bit more strong as biologue. Granite isn't really hard to find. Iron vein from below Y60 and Y8. Negative, sorry. So negative Y60 and negative Y8. Yeah, Y8. So I'm a bit curious why it's done backwards. It makes sense, but negative 8 over here, negative 60 over there. Go downwards, it goes upwards here. and mixed with turf, which is quite a nice one. Turf isn't exactly the easiest thing to always find, I think, so there's another source of it. Lofty peaks, dramatic, jagged mountain peaks with snow and stone. Spawn goats. Very short description. Large caves biome, moss covers the floor and ceiling. Spore blossoms grow from the ceiling and drop piles. That was a pink flower. Contains clay pools with drip leaf plants growing out of them. Contain azure bushes and flowering azure bushes. Azure trees love to have its root in lush caves, so if you find an azure tree, either on the surface or in the cave, you know there's a lush cave beneath you. So, since you find one, dig straight down. Not be careful doing that. Don't want to dig in the lava or anything. Or a ravine. I learned the hard way. After doing it for a while. Yeah, you can find them like that. Or you can just generally explore caves you'll eventually run into one. Cave vines with glow berries grow from the ceiling and light up the cave. Which is quite an important change. And you'll see why. They make it quite safe, that does. Meadow biome, large, grassy and flowering biome that tends to generate high up on plateaus or next to large mountain ranges. I don't realize that high up. Oh well. Sometimes contains a lone tall oak or birch tree, often with a bee nest. So it's a good place to find a bee nest as well. Think sound of music. Don't know what it means by that. Spawns donkey, rabbits and sheep. Donkeys, sorry, missed the S. Mob spawning. Now this is an important change. Monsters now only spawn in places where light from blocks is 0. So it needs complete darkness. Skylight still prevents them, like before. And fix an issue in multiplayer, reduce enemies when someone's flying. New order distribution. Now this is where it has a lot of strategy. So no longer just like you mine for diamonds, get enough iron ore, I think. It's gonna be harder to do that. Get enough iron ore, get pickaxes if you're looking for diamonds in the game, I think. Change order generation to match new world height and add more strategy mining. No longer a single wire level that is best for all ores. You need to make trade-offs. Iron ore generates below Y72 with a strong bias towards Y16. So obviously you're a bit in diamond territory there, but obviously diamonds aren't common at height. Iron ore also generates above 112 with more iron ore as you go higher, so that'd be like mountains essentially. Also, copper ore generates between Y0 and Y96 with a strong bias towards Y48. It also generates in larger amounts in dripstone caves biome, as also mentioned beforehand. Absolutely, the first one to start having interesting traits, generates below Y64 with a strong bias towards Y0. However, Labradorite below Y32 or below Y negative 32 or above 32 cannot be generated exposed to air. It will be buried inside water. Now, see, the caves in this update can be filled with water at times, so that does create an advantage or a good point to actually explore them now. It does. You're either going to have to be digging a lot to find where it's buried or inside water. Also, it means earlier I had it backwards by accident. Sorry. Just came out of my defense. Coal generates above Y0 with a strong bias towards Y96 and above. Coal has reduced air exposure, so you'll find more coal buried on the water than exposed air. Again, it makes you look in those water caves. Water breathing potions are probably very important. Wearing a turtle helmet or just generally some way to breathe is going to be very important. Gold generates below Y32 with a strong bias towards negative 16. Extra gold can still be found in Badlands biomes. Redstone ore generates below Y16. Redstone ore generation gradually increases as you go below Y negative 32 and further down. Diamond ore generates below Y16 with more diamonds the lower you go. So essentially, you go to the bottom map, you'll find most of your diamonds there. Also, it's harder rock, essentially, so you'll be digging a little bit slower as well. So there might be a little bit of trade-off for going there compared to like where stone is. But overall, it'd probably be more beneficial to go there, down the bottom. Diamonds have reduced air exposure, so you'll find more diamonds buried or underwater than exposed air. Again, making you explore caves filled with water. Unless you want to dig constantly for diamonds. But they have a reduced air exposure, so they still have a chance to spawn air. That means it's just you won't find as many. Noise cave fires. This is everything that affects how the caves are essentially generated. And no, ain't loud. Noise part of noise caves, technical term, and has nothing to do with sound. I think I should probably point that one out. Feel free to read that one. My voice is drying up slowly. And it's actually option to stop sky flashing during thunderstorms. So you won't have to see flashes essentially when there's lightning. Yeah. Specify audio device used by games, or you can change the speaker coming out. Example. And toggle sprint and toggle sneak to control settings. Move keybinds out of to their own setting screen, accessible from controls. Snow-capped peaks, smooth mountain peaks with ice and snow, spawn goats, and yetis. No, just goats. It's quite funny that they mentioned yetis here. I'm a bit curious, why do they mention yetis? I don't recall any patch note randomly going something and then saying no, actually not. Just an interesting choice of words, essentially. Not choice of word, but interesting thing to bring up. Unless a lot of people are something else, I don't know. But possible thing for the future? Maybe it's something to do with the next mob vote, I don't know. But it's just an interesting thing they mentioned. That's all. Snowy slopes, very snowy terrain that can hide power snow traps. So again, wear your leather boots. Tend to generate high altitude terrain beneath mountain peaks or on hilltops. Spawn rabbits and goats. Stony peaks, stony mountain peaks that may be jagged or smooth. Spawn goats, contain strips of calcite sometimes. So you need calcite, there's a source of it there as well. Calcite currently is around amethyst clusters. So it's a good race to get it now. As those are probably a lot easier to find than an amethyst geode, essentially. So I'll see 64 blocks in both directions for a total of 384. Height of the world. Underground features, structures and caves generate all the way down to y negative 64. Exception, diorite and granite and andesite and dirt don't generate below y0, so you don't have to deal with them. As obviously, I mentioned nothing about gravel, so Treat size and positioning of diorite, andesite and granite generation. Dripstone clusters can no longer be found in normal caves, only in dripstone caves biome. That was just for a prior version, essentially. 1.17. Starting from Y0 and below, deep slate gradually replaces stone. Until eventually it obviously replaces completely. Deep slate blobs no longer generate above Y0. The terrain shape and elevation varies dramatically, independently from biomes. For example, forests and deserts could form up on a hill without needing a special biome just for that. Less diorite, granite and andesite generate above Y60. So it means you'll both be wanting more stone at that point, higher than that, essentially. Strips of gravel can generate in stony shores. So a little gravel source there, you need concrete. Swamp trees can grow in water 2 blocks deep instead of just 1 block. Which is sort of a nice change, because it made every tree look very similar. It did. Changes. Obviously, villagers, such as Vindicator, Pillager, and Evoker, no longer attack baby villagers. They have good in them. Axolotls now only spawn in lush caves, so you will not find them in water or anything like that. Axolotls now have their own separate mob cap, so they will not affect other mobs' spawns. Which would have been the passive mob count, I'm assuming, beforehand. Now they can have their own. Raised the cloud level from 128 to 192, because obviously the world's height's been increased, so You need to increase the height. Technical changes. For my voice lose it. Which I think it might have actually. Just feel free. Oh yeah, nice one here. More spawners can now override light checks for spawning. So, building maps or anything, you can actually spawn in larger environments. If I recall correctly, on one of the experimentals snapshots, they have a higher, they can spawn in higher light levels, the spawners can, so you need to do more light the area up, which will make it a bit more of a challenge to completely shut a spawner off, essentially. Don't think there's anything saying it in here. But yeah, if you're curious in any of this stuff, just pause. My voice is really losing it now. And here's the bug fixes. Ravens do not pursue players in survival unless attacked. That's an interesting bug. Okay. Let's go back and check out for the things I missed. The enchantment table light. Obviously it's very faint, but it still works. I line of 4 tails. So I've ever seen 4 of them spawning at once. I think the max I've seen was 3. Okay, so if I get some dark glass, I don't know what it's called. Been too long. Tinted glass, how's it? I'm thinking of mods, aren't I? Okay, then enchanting table. The reason I got tinted glass is just because I can quickly cut light off. As this blocks all light out, this does. Obviously I should probably get rid of night vision at the same time. That's not milk, that's powder snow. Don't think that's a good thing to drink. Okay, see? Oh, it's not as well. But if I let the enchantment table down, see in this corner, you can see, reduces light. If I go next to it. Okay, and the light level here is, do I always lose this one? 6. Got 6 right here. I'm gonna break this, there's no light from the sky, is there? Maybe it is. No, it's just... Okay, right above it is 7. And over here, obviously it's gone down to 3. But yeah, means nothing will spawn near your enchantment table like Creeper. What else was? There was one more thing. I don't remember what the other thing was. My voice just hurts at this point as you try. I'm gonna end it there. See you next time. Goodbye.